It's Wednesday, September 27th. Same sidewalk, different shoes, same Tom. And this evening, before this storm comes in, I want to think and explore a little bit about the things that save us, because I think in many difficult childhoods, often there are some things that save us. And those things that, of course they may not have been enough, but they were something, and they were anchors, and they were things that let us have experiences that were different than the stuff that was wounding us. So there were two big things for me. I think, before about 14 years old, one of the biggest things for me was a very good, very close friendship with a friend that lived down the street and kind of on the next road, and her name was Sharon, and we were best friends, absolutely best friends from third grade until I left Baton Rouge when I was about to turn 14 and start ninth grade. And it's fascinating to look back, because what does a friendship look like in like third and fourth grade when it's a friendship that's entirely of your own making, right? I think a lot of third and fourth grade friendships aren't of your own making, in the sense that we connected together at school, and we maintain this friendship on our own. And of course, there was plenty of shared trauma in both of our families. But I think there's something about somebody who is really, really comfortable around you, somebody who kind of gets you, and it's an anchor. It's an anchor that kind of keeps you a little bit tethered into this world, gives you something to look forward to. And it's one of the things that saved me in a very difficult childhood. And I think there were several times when that friendship was even more important. It's something marvelous when somebody's been through difficult stuff parallel with you, even though we didn't really talk about our difficult stuff. And even at that time, who would have the language to communicate that difficult stuff? But I'm really, really hoping that what we communicated to each other was pretty consistently, I value you, I value our time together. You're my person right here, right now, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow. The other big place for me that really did save me was that the country was difficult. The city was difficult. I grew up in a city of, Baton Rouge in the 1970s and early 1980s was a city in transition, and lots of people were moving out, lots of people were moving in, and I was in a family that wasn't mobile. Right? We couldn't move out, and to be honest, the city became a place of pretty pervasive violence for me. The level of violence is staggering. the things that I saw and witnessed on middle school, the middle school ground was just absolutely staggering. So it was not a safe place, this city, and home was not a safe place. And school was not a safe place. And the neighborhood was not a safe place. So, again, with Sharon, we found little pockets, right? Little pockets of safety. But zoom in or zoom out, and there just weren't nearly enough of those pockets of safety. So, my family's from northwest Louisiana. Very rural, very poor, but from about third grade through most of elementary and most of middle school, I would spend the summers with my grandparents in ultra-rural DeSoto Parish, Louisiana. And those summers saved me. Those summers let me connect with people who I knew loved me and cared about me and looked after me and took joy in me. So we also had 40 acres, which was surrounded by, it sounds 40 acres, it sounds like we were rich people. We were not poor people. We were not rich people. The surprising amount of stuff that we ate in those summers was from my grandfather's garden. My grandfather, through most of the time that I was there in those summers, was disabled, but also was disabled from work, but was able to do things around his property pretty actively. So imagine the dichotomy of feeling like there's all of the space, and everywhere you look, it's open and it's safe, and the city where there really wasn't safety anywhere. So thank goodness for the country. Thank goodness for grandparents who had 10 children and still somehow thought it was a good idea to bring the oldest grandchild to have them with you during the summer. Bless their hearts. I don't know that if I had 10 children, I would volunteer for that task. So I'm glad they did. I got to grow up with aunts and uncles, and those summers saved me. So hats off to the little bits of grace and gratitude in this life, because I don't know where I'd be without them. They were the disconfirming experiences of my childhood. They were the things that let my nervous system breathe. They were things that let me find some ways to relax. And I hope you had those things. I hope you had some of those things. I hope you had some safe people, even if they were sometimes available to you people. So anyway, that's where I am tonight. It's not really that elegant or magical, except that I think that the things that saved us, they need to get our nods, they need to get our attention, and they need to get our thanks, because I don't know where I'd be without them.